Hi guys, it's Alia. Welcome back to my channel. So this is actually a part 2B. The last video that I just uploaded, I was really just not prepared and I didn't want to drag it on, so I decided to end it where I ended it and then kind of get a little organized and start again. So in my last video, I was trying to decide how to kind of put this all together, and the more I looked at this paper, the more I liked it because it really brings out, and I don't know if you're going to see it on camera, but there's parts of her hair that are almost this color, like around. So I'm sticking with this. Now, there is two options. I can put it on just like this. I also have this little piece that I can either, kind of put like this and then cut it down, or put like this and then cut it down. However, I'm not going to do this until we kind of create the covers because I want to see like size-wise and everything what it looks like. So I'm leaving that aside for now. I'm not gluing this for now. What we're going to do is cut this part down. And this is how I do all of my covers. I mean, granted, this is going to be on a smaller scale than what I normally do, but it's basically the same thing. So on my file folders that I have, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you can see them. 4 of those, I don't even know what you call them. I mean, they're lines, but they're like where you can fold on it. But I need 5, so I actually need to make 1 more. But before I do that, I cut it down to size. And I know in my last video, it's going to be 5 by 4 3/4. Really, I should make it 5 by 5. Huh. If I had this at 5, how big would that be? You know what? I might make it 5 by 5. And I'll cut it down if it's too big. Let's cut it 5 by 5 for now and then kind of go from there. All right, so but before I cut it down, I'm going to fold on this second line here. See, this is where it's folded naturally. I actually want to fold it on the next line because that's going to be my middle line. And then I'm going to, then I will cut it down to size. Oops, where is it? Right there. Okay. And sometimes they fold really easily. Sometimes they don't. So just be patient. Okay, so now I have two, oh, they're like score lines. That's what the word I was looking for. I have 2 here and then the fold. And then I have 1 and I need another one. So that's why I put it here, because this is how we're going to measure it. And since I don't trust my paper trimmer, I'm just going to measure and cut. So here's the 5 mark this way, and then the 5 mark this way. All right, so I'm going to cut this way first. Okay, and I'll keep this aside for scraps and cut this way and save those for scraps. All right, now I just want to see, before I do the other other score line, what it's going to be like. Oh, you know what? I think that 5 is just a little bit too much. You see how the paper ends here? That's a lot of extra room, and I don't really like that extra room. So, okay, well, you know what? Now I know. It was worth a shot, but that's why I say it's always nice to cut it too big, and then you can always cut it down after. So I'm just going to cut off a 1/4 inch because that's really what it was going to be, 4 3/4. But let's just, while we're here, let's just measure it. Yeah, that's fine. All right, now I need to put the other line in, and you know what? I think I have my little, can I do it? Yeah, I can. All right, so I'm just going to line the score mark up on 5. So we have a 1/4 inch this way, another 1/4 inch. Here's the middle. Here's the other 1/4 inch. And now I'm making one more 1/4 inch mark because this is the one that was missing. All right, so now let's see. I'll put that over there. I really don't know if you can see, but now I have 5 score lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have the middle, and then I have 2 on each side. So what I'm going to do is now just fold on all of the score lines. Am I in frame? Oh, I am. Okay, good. And the reason why I do this, and I learned this, I think I learned this from Danny, because when I used to make junk journals, I used to just fold the cardstock in half, or, you know, you fold it where you want it to go, but it made I don't know if this is going to help. It made just like a V. So it was just kind of like that. When you make these other score lines, it gives it a rounder edge. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's why I do that. So I have somewhat of a round edge around. But I mean, it's also personal preference. If you like the rounded edge, you can do that. If you don't mind the V, you know, you don't have to do all these extra score lines. So it's really up to you. Personal choice, personal preference. There's no right or wrong. Everybody does it their own way. All right, so there it is. So now what I do is I'm going to cut down this. Let's see, I can just start from the bottom or start from the top, I guess. Doesn't really matter. You know what, let's just see. And I might have to put something else under there, only because I feel like you can see through it. All right, yeah, you can. So you know what I'm going to do? I just have this plain white. This is what I usually use for like the underneath of things that need to kind of have another little layer. And I think this might actually work. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, well that worked out well. That was easy. I mean, you can definitely use like pillowcases, pillow sheets and stuff. I think this is actual fabric that I bought at Walmart though, before the time when, you know, the light bulb went off in my head and I realized that you can use everyday fabrics to create things. So it's all right. I was a little late to the party, but you know, better late than never. Okay, so I am just going to use this glue here to glue down the fabric. Oh, you know what I really should have done first? I should have put the fabric on where I wanted it. Whoopsies. Okay. Well, now I'm just going to ever so carefully. Oh, you know what? Let's just do it like this. Am I in frame? I don't even know if I'm in frame. Oh, I think I am. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. I thought that was kind of a... Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I have my brayer. Okay. I just put a little bit more right on there. All right. Now, I'm going to do this side. Uh-oh. I lost a big chunk here. Oh, we'll just do that for now. I'll turn the page again. And let's get this down. All right, and now I'm going to use the brayer again to kind of make sure everything's down nice and stuck. All right. So, well, let me turn the page and then we can put this away. We might need it again, so I'll keep it close. All right. But what I want to do, well, oops. What I would like to do is cut this down first. And this I'm just cutting right to the edge because it really just is a cover part. Let's just kind of just fuzz onto this part here. Oh, I got a lot of fuzz everywhere. That's okay. Okay. Okay, now we can go back because it has, I mean, you can still sort of see the file folder through, but it's not going to be as bad when we put this fabric over it. Yeah, it's not so bad. You can see the white, but you can't really see much else. All right, so I'm going to try to figure out, oh, you know what? I had it backwards. Oh, huh. Well, good thing I saw that now. Okay, so let's work on this end then. All right. I'm just trying to see sort of where we want to go from. And I'm thinking probably right about here. And I eyeball. I mean, you can measure if you want, but I'm just eyeballing everything. All right, so here's the piece. Oh yeah, see the flowers are much more vibrant now. See, before I was looking at them and I just thought they were kind of like stamped on, but they weren't. All right, so, oh, sorry. Let's see. I want to somewhat make it even. Let's see. Maybe like, okay, kind of like that. So what I want to do first is I'm going to hold it in place. Well, kind of. Just going to hold it down and yikes. Okay, I'm going to carefully open it to where I want it to go, like so. And then finish, oops. And since I'm using the Fabri-Tac on the inside, this glue here isn't for, it's not permanent. It's not, so strong like the Fabri-Tac. It's just going to hold it in place until we do the Fabri-Tac on the inside. I mean, maybe it is permanent, but I don't know. I personally don't trust it. It could be fine, but I'm more comfortable knowing that I'm using Fabri-Tac on the inside. So that will definitely, and then I also sew it. So it's kind of like, this is just holding it in place until we get to where we need to be. All right, so let me make sure I'm back in frame. It's going to use the brayer, and okay, and let me just see how I am for time. Okay, I think we'll be able to finish gluing up the cover, hopefully. Now I'm using my Fabri-Tac. And again, this is just, you know, showing how I do it. Doesn't mean that this is the only way to do it. This is just the way that I prefer to do my covers. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. I don't even know if I'm in the middle. Okay. And all I'm doing is just really just folding the corners in. Some people I know, they like to like miter the corners. I believe that's what it's called, mitering the corners, where you kind of like cut off this much so there's not so much bulk. But I do it this way because I actually don't know. But I know that sometimes when you miter the corners, sometimes like the inside shows or the cover, I think, when I used to do it, or I don't know. There was a reason why I started doing it this way, though unfortunately I don't remember. But I know there was a reason. I just don't remember what it was right now. And also, if I'm not explaining something or you want to know exactly why I do something or, you know, anything, feel free to ask. I may have an explanation, I may not, but, you know, if you want to, I'm perfectly fine with you asking. And now I'm just putting these flaps down. And I always kind of rub the glue in because I don't ever want it to bleed through the fabric. Some fabrics are really thick, like especially if you use like upholstery fabric or anything like that, the glue will never like bleed through. But sometimes with the thinner fabrics or fabrics that don't have patterns on it, I find sometimes it does sort of bleed through, and I don't like it. Even though I know I'm covering this part, I would rather it not do that. So I always just use my little pink finger and kind of just mush it all in, or like rub it in, so it doesn't really clump up. That's what it is. When the glue sort of clumps, it will bleed through easier. Make sure I'm still recording good. And I know I say this in most of my videos, I always get nervous because it does always shut off out of nowhere. Like, it doesn't give me a warning or anything. It's just, I'm just sitting here, you know, talking away, and I look up and it's not recording anymore. And that is the worst, because you don't really know where it stops. I mean, yeah, you can go back and watch it, but it's just so weird. What I need to look for, actually, what I should look for is like a camcorder, or I don't know what they call them. They used to call them camcorders. Yeah, my age is showing. Like a video recorder that's can be done on Wi-Fi. Because the reason why I do it on a phone is because, you know, connect it to Wi-Fi and you have the app right there. And, oh, beautiful. And it's just good. Where's the image now? Oh, see, I do like that. I don't even know if I want the lace. Huh. All right, well, now we just got to finish the inside cover. And I need a little strip of fabric to go that way. Yep. And again, no real measuring. I'm just need a strip like that. Oh, how much time do I have? Oh gosh, I'm at 21 minutes. I know it's soon that it's going to cut off. So okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep working. But right now I'm going to say, as always, thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you in my next video, just in case it does cut off. But in the meantime, until it does cut off, I'll just keep working. And I'm just gluing this down in the middle. This covers the spine in the middle because I do put cardstock on the inside covers for some strength. And if it does cut off, I'll come back in my next video and kind of show you what we have. I keep trying to look up, but in doing so, then I'm not looking down, and I really need to be looking down so I know what I'm doing. Okay. You know what? I'm going to stand up. That way I'm really close to the phone. So hopefully you don't hear me breathing. Oh gosh. Like, I wish it would give me like a sign or something, like start flashing or beeping. But it doesn't. It just stops. And you're just left talking to yourself. Okay. All right. Well, we got through that, and it's still recording. So I'm just going to trim this down, making sure that I don't cut that. Trim this down. Okay. So I'm now going to figure out 2 pieces to put here for the inside covers. And then next video, I'll come back and we'll finish up the cover with the image and everything. But that is basically how I construct my covers. And I usually do them all the same exact way. So you just have to adjust for size, but this is what I do. So again, since I am still recording, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.